Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Power. As always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul of the Street Law Soldiers. My sister, my father, my in-laws, family members, comrades, brothers and sisters that are behind them enemy lines in these jails and prisons, hospitals, my viewers, my supporters, my subscribers, all my fellow comrades, those subscribers that I've developed relationships with just by being on the phone, exchanging that energy, exchanging vibrations. I honor you and give you credit. Today, I want to talk about this. This is a serious situation. This opioid epidemic. And the reason why it's serious to me, because I've lost family members, I've lost relatives, I've lost so many people, so many. I'm unable to keep an accurate count of the brothers and sisters that have fell victim to the opioid genocide placed in the black community. And let me just be clear about this. In the black community, there's always been heroin. There's always been opioids. Always. Always. There's never been no... When Richard Nixon did that war on drugs, from the time he did the war on drugs to today, over nearly $4 trillion has been spent. And when you talk about a war on drugs, how are you battling the drugs? When you're bringing the drugs in, you are bringing them in, and then you turn around and tell the people that you're poisoning. We're gonna create a war on drugs. We're gonna stop this. And when it's the whole time it's a genocide. Richard Nixon started it. He started it. And when I was, a little teeny boy, a baby, I used to hear them call this motherfucker Tricky Dick and all of this shit. Even George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, for those who know who they are, used to implicate this motherfucking devil in some of their songs. But here he is, a drug czar, and he deputizes one of the most one of the biggest junkies in the music industry business and music industry history, one of the biggest motherfucking junkies, who would make Billie Holiday look like a nun compared to the drug use. And this was this motherfucking Elvis Presley, which Richard Nixon swore him in as a DEA agent. He's taking an oath swearing in high as a goddamn kite. See, this was part of Richard Nixon. He started this abortion shit. Him, Zbigniew Brzezinski, Henry Kissinger, all these devils, man. That's why it's important to do research. It's important to study so you can understand, get to the core of this shit. Stop just being focused on... Yeah, I had to take a break right quick to... Queen just bought me my favorite dish, which you all know is this, the South Carolina watermelon. I'm not bullshit. This watermelon is what's happening. But let me get back to subject matter. Thank you. Because that's not cool. Nevertheless, when he made Elvis the biggest junkie, a DEA agent, started the abortion, Henry Kissinger, Zbigniew Brzezinski. Now, Zbigniew Brzezinski is a real covert motherfucking devil. And he was the one that told Nixon the greatest threat to white annihilation was Pan-Africanism. For those who don't know what Pan-Africanism is when your brothers and sisters here link up with your brothers and sisters in South America and all over the globe and link as one. So you can imagine how many brothers and sisters there are on the globe. And if our brothers and sisters, if our minds are programmed properly, if we on a spiritual incline at the same time, simultaneously on a spiritual incline, we are unstoppable because we are the original people. But back to this opioid, which the black community since Vietnam, when our brothers and uncles came back from Vietnam, most of them were strung out because the only way to survive for most of them was in those poppy fields with that morphine and that opiate. My father, may he rest in power, was living proof. My father was shot in the head in Korea, and a medic kept giving him morphine and opiates, and he had to run 9 miles with the heat of napalm behind them. It was so hot that his teeth that got shot out as well was sticking to his jacket. But the morphine and the opiates kept him alive. Unfortunately, he did not come home with that habit because he went to Walter Reed. I guess he must have had to withdraw from that. But he consumed a lot of alcohol, which triggered the post-traumatic stress disorder. But nevertheless, the black community, when the brothers came home and heroin began to start being popular. But then if you used heroin, you were the disgrace of the family, of the neighborhood, and of your town if you engaged in opiates. It was all right to engage in other things, but if you fucked with that, you were labeled a piece of shit. And now, look what has happened now. Everybody and their mother, and I told you all years ago, that CVS and Rite Aid would be the new drug dealers. I said this years ago. And look where we at now. You have people playing and pretending that they're hurt, go into the emergency room, spend $500, $600, $700 to sit in the emergency room just to get that prescription to get high. Just to get high. So someone that has Medicaid, that the hardworking people that are in the government, the money that comes out of their checks covers and pays for shit like that. Nevertheless, now There's fentanyl. Fentanyl, which is listen to me, no exaggerations. This is from Institute of Health. Fentanyl is 3,000 to 10,000 times higher than heroin. Now, 80% of the people that use heroin now started with the pills and opiates. See what happens to the body, and this is how they trick you. They'll write you a script for the first time for Vicodin off the motherfucking muscle, because they know they got your ass. That at some point, your tolerance is going to go so high that you're going to start doing heroin, and then you're going to go to jail or overdose, because you don't know how to control any fentanyl when it's 3,000 to 10,000 times high. So how do you fit in that equation to maintain a high without dying? I've seen some of the best dope fiends that have lived and shot dope most of their lives since they were 12 and 13 years old, up until they were 60. And last year, they run and have one shot of fentanyl, and they have been cremated. 1 out of 8 high school children in the black community will have opioid experience and or addictions. $116 people in the black community. 116 people in the black community OD every single day off these opioids and fentanyl. Every day, 116 black people die from overdosing on fentanyl. And drug overdoses from fentanyl killed over 72,000 people. 72,000 OD'd last year. Last year alone. 72 to be exact. 72,306 overdosed last year off the fentanyl. And so we have to be very, very careful when we're dealing with this. I take this shit very personal. Very personal. My war is not with the individual that's engaging. My war is with the motherfuckers that bring this shit over here. My war is with these goddamn animal shelters who have tons of this shit for euthanization of animals. But they're selling this shit on the side in the black community. Now this shit has spilled over and it is in the marijuana in the black community. See, and another thing. It wasn't a problem till you seen this. Till the white man got fucked up and it's an epidemic. When the black man and woman was strung out, they were putting them in jail when they was stealing, robbing. And they go to court and say, Your Honor, it was the drugs, it was the heroin that made me do it. You know, and they would ignore it. Fuck that. Send them up, over sentence them. But now, soon as the cracker gets on it, it's an epidemic. You got shows called Intervention where crackers beg these motherfuckers, dope fiend fucking children that they got, to give themselves a change. Spending thousands of dollars, but they're being paid by the networks to do this shit. So what do you think happens? The intervention is a goddamn act because the one who they're trying to get in the treatment, when he gets his check from the network, guess what he does with it? It's a goddamn show. It is a goddamn show. And we don't want to see that. We always want to make white people feel comfortable and not say the wrong motherfucking thing. So we rather make them feel comfortable and allow our motherfucking relatives, siblings, children, parents to die off of this shit that they brung here. And then a lot of you motherfucking niggas have the nerve to turn your nose up at me about some damn cursing, about some fucking profanity. And see the reason why that, because you haven't been angry enough. You don't have enough love for your people to be angry and have passion for fucking change. That's why you became so goddamn tender. And for those who are watching that are criticizing, fuck you. Straight like that. Because our brothers and sisters now, this shit has our children. I seen a 16-year-old boy vomiting yellow shit, withdrawing from fucking marijuana, willing to do anything to get a joint of that fentanyl-laced shit. So don't tell me about no fucking profanity. How can you gently talk about a war that you in? Because that's why I know a lot of y'all are not going to fight back. Because you're more concerned with someone's diction, using the proper dialogue and diction. He's not talking. The Webster's Dictionary states that, that is the wrong terminology, sir. Fuck you. Sorry for the interruption, brothers and sisters. That was just a phone call. Because there are those who stay in constant contact with me because they want to link up to try to come with some solutions to our people dying. To our people dying. Because we should not give a damn about how someone feels, not making someone mad. When you lose family members and relatives to this shit, and then you find out the source that is really actually fucking murder, but you still want to hide behind some war on drugs bullshit instead of going to the source, taking the head off the goddamn snake. But a lot of you are too motherfucking cowardly. You got pussy juice running in your veins. You soft. You bleed out your motherfucking butt. You have anal sex. You're a fucking suspect. You stay high all the motherfucking time. You don't do anything in terms of reaching your motherfucking highest vibration and your God frequency. You bullshitting. A lot of you think you're too goddamn cute. You want to look cuter than a woman. Niggas switching and all this bullshit. Undercover motherfuckers. See, that's what's going on in Atlanta. In Atlanta, the shit is sickening. That's the capital. That makes Sodom and Gomorrah look like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Because our brothers, unfortunately, have gotten so afraid of a black annihilation that they have changed sexes. Hiding behind a female energy, thinking you're going to be okay. Because you are willing to serve the white man sexually, as long as he doesn't take your life. Ain't that some shit? That's probably the weakest that a black man can be. But see, they parade and give motherfuckers like y'all honors and respect and certain rights and privileges, more than they give a real motherfucking heterosexual warrior, a fucking G. He has nothing coming. He is a threat. He is followed in stores. And that's why, and to be real, sometimes, I feel like robbing these motherfuckers when I'm in there and you following me all up and down the goddamn aisles. So, nevertheless, we have to wake up. Now this shit is filtering over to our babies. I don't give a damn about nobody else, no other race, and no goddamn grown motherfuckers. I'm concerned with the youth and the people in the black community. Why don't you all say that without being apologetic and, guilt-ridden and all this bullshit? Because they don't give a fuck how you feel. They're the ones that's putting this shit out here trying to kill you. And you mean to tell me that while they're trying to kill you and killing your children and your relatives, you worrying about making them comfortable without saying the wrong motherfucking thing? A lot of y'all brothers gotta wake up, man. There's some good brothers, that I talk to. Ray Williams and Brother Calvin Purnell in Baltimore, Brother James in LA, William Ivory. A lot of you brothers. I don't mention certain family members. I just don't do that for their protection. But it's certain brothers that are really wanting to put in work. Even sisters that are out there grinding. That's why I know that, a lot of y'all let me know there's hope. And that's why I keep pushing like I do. I keep going hard like I do. You make me study hard. You make me research hard. You make me have more fearless approaches into getting to the core issue of shit. Because a lot of y'all are riders. A lot of you are riders. And let me tell you this. The ancestors, God and the ancestors will not forget the work that you put in during your time here. They will not forget. They will remember that because they know you have tried your best to liberate your people. So, if you have, because I'm a substance abuse counselor. Nevertheless, if you have family members, friends, comrades who are fucked up off of this shit, talk to them. Talk to them. One time. If they claim that they don't have a problem, that everything is okay when they fucking strung out, then you allow them to go through what they have to go through. Because no matter what you say to them, sometimes it makes them go even harder. Because you get on their nerves. Let them tell it. But at least give it a try. At least give it a try. Let them know hope is available. Help is available. Sometimes a phone call can get you straight. Because see, a lot of our babies that are on smoking that fentanyl through that marijuana, it ain't too late. Right now, before they realize that they have a habit, because it has to register mentally, we can help them. We can get them help. And see, with that, you have to change the diet as well. And rid yourself of the foods, the sugars, and all that type of shit that triggers and triggers cravings for the opioids. So, to my brothers and sisters, that have went to the ancestral realm, that fell victim to this, you know, I will always remember you. I'm still down here. I'm still here fighting for you. I'm still here riding for you. It's not going to stop until I join you all. Not from me, brothers and sisters. So, as always, brothers and sisters, as I depart, because I'll be coming back with another video soon, God willing. And as always, in departing, brothers and sisters, always remember, never let ignorance impact your manhood or your success. Never let hatred, jealousy, envy impact your manhood or your success. Because guess who you are? You. Hotep Black Power.